Let's have a look at what you get in the box when you buy the board game Pandemic. This is the version of Pandemic by Z-Man Games, just Pandemic, nothing else written. It's a big series, so make sure if you do want to get this, if you like what you see in the box, get this version. Cover artwork will obviously give it away when you look for it either online or at your local game store. Okay, let's look at the artwork. First, we'll look at the matte finish on this box. And yes, I did get it for $5 at an op shop recently, so very lucky to get that. Complete set as well. I love the artwork, very photorealistic, stylized, realistic. As you can see there, different people that would be involved in a pandemic outbreak, at least as we would see on a movie or theatre or TV screens. We've got the pandemic sort of logo-ish writing that's there that is fairly thematic throughout the pandemic board game series that you can get. All the awards it's won. Let's have a look at the sides. We've got the top side here. You can see that there with one of the roles that you can play in the game. Looking at another side, tells you the stats there. It's for ages 8 and above, 2 to 4 players, about 45 minutes or longer playing time in my experience. A different role you can play there on the underside, the bottom side, and there's the remaining side. Let's look at the bottom of the box now. Gives you a bit of an overview there. Tells you a little bit about how you play the game. You treat diseases before they spread. You then meet up to collect cards. It is a card collecting game. You then trade these cards in of a certain color to cure a particular disease of the same color. But wait, the infection does spread as well, which is the challenge. A couple of different roles that are seen here in this version. 2 new roles, the contingency planner and the quarantine specialist. There are the contents that you can see there. You can give that a pause if you want. Let's open it up, see what's inside. Nothing on the underside of the box, nothing printed anyway. We have here a fairly simple rules booklet, and yes, it is open, that's why it's a what's in the box. 8 pages, including the back page. For this rules book, you can see there, Pandemic. The contents, again, just listed there, the overview of the game, how to play it, the setup, and a very well illustrated double page spread of the setup of this game. It's good to see the different actions that you can take in the game. Continued over there, and finally the game end conditions that are there. And the different roles in a bit more detail that you can see there on the very last page. And again, you can pause that one there if you want to read any particular role that is in this game. Let's put that to one side. Open up the board. This is the game board in itself, and it is single-sided. It's nice thick card. I'll flip that over. You can see there black on the underside. Flip it back. Bring it back in view there. There is the game board. Quite a nice game board. Very simple design, but that's all you need for a game like this. In fact, probably for any game. You can see that the different cities, including the infections that are associated or the outbreaks that are associated with those cities. Down the left-hand side, the outbreak tracker. You can see there, I'll pull away. Down the bottom, we have the diseases, including if they're cured or not. Player deck down the bottom there, and at the top the infection deck and discard pile. So very nice board game. You can see there the actual sequences that you've got in terms of playing this game as well, written on the board for an easy reference. Very good. Let's have a look. It's a spare bag. As I said, it was a second-hand copy with everything in it. We've got the cubes, the red and the black cubes, which represent the diseases that get put on the board. We have the yellow and blue cubes, which represent the yellow and blue diseases that get put on the board. We have the player tokens in the various colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors. Hopefully not one of those is missing. I don't think they are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different, I'm not too sure what these are called again. I'm going to call them hospitals just for the fun of it. I think they're research centers or something like that, actually, which help you out in the game. We've got the different trackers here for the diseases and the outbreaks that are occurring in the game as well. So you can see them there and flip them over. So sort of single-sided-ish. Let's have a look at the cards now that we've got here. Slid a little bit, so as I just try and shall flip those over. There you go. So let's have a look at these cards. These cards have that sort of like hospital plus on the back, except when you get to the end, we've got the roll cards, which we'll see in a moment, the actions that you can take, some more plus cards there. So turning those over, we have events, we have resilient population, forecast, government grant, airlift, one quiet night. So those are the events. We have what we have here. I think these are the player aids. They're all the same. There are 4 of them. So they show you the different actions that you can take. If I flip them over, yes, it says there the different actions, and they are in fact the same on both sides. Let's start with this side, seeing it says actions on it. So those are different actions you can take. There are 4 listed on that side. If I flip it over, you can see another 4 actions that you can take. We have the rolls. I remember that when we flipped those over. So I'll just show you again the rolls. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which corresponds to the different coloured cubes that you can see there that match up with the top colours there. We've got the colours that match there as well. So let's just go through the roles quickly. Operations expert, scientist, contingency planner, dispatcher, researcher, medic, quarantine specialist. We have the epidemic cards themselves, which come out occasionally. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. They go in that little plus deck. Tells you what to do if you draw that card. You increase, you infect, and you intensify according to the rules. Now let's go through the rest of these little sort of hospitalish cards. They show the places that are on the map that we just saw. Key indicators, we've got the flag, the nation, we have the population of the city and the size in square kilometres of what we're looking at here. And it does show you when we see the intersection of these black lines where on the map you can find that one. For example, Taipei, you find down in this corner. Of course, we have all the red cards on top. So they're going to be clustered together very closely. You can see all the red cards there. Let's go through them. Taipei, Tokyo, Osaka, Hong Kong, Ho Chi Minh, Manila, Seoul, Jakarta, Bangkok, Sydney, Beijing, Shanghai, London, Paris, Chicago, St. Petersburg, Washington, Montreal, Milan, Atlanta, San Francisco, Essen, Madrid, New York, Khartoum, Sao Paulo, Kinshasa, Mexico City, Miami, Lagos, Los Angeles, Buenos Aires, Santiago, Bogota, Johannesburg or Joburg, Lima, Delhi, Algiers, Riyadh, Kolkata, Karachi, Mumbai, Tehran, Baghdad, Istanbul, Moscow, Cairo, and finally Chennai. So those are all of those back covered cards with that sort of back, the blue plus symbol. Let's look at this other set of cards that go in the other slot on the game board, the green cards. I think this is the infection deck. So we'll have the same cities, but I'll go through them again. It shows you where the city is and the color of the infection cube that's there. So Ho Chi Minh City, Beijing, Hong Kong, Tokyo, Osaka, Sydney, Taipei, Seoul, Bangkok, Jakarta, Shanghai, almost got 2 then, Manila, Essen, London, Paris, New York, Madrid, Montreal, Milan, San Francisco, Chicago, Washington, St. Petersburg, Atlanta, Johannesburg, Lima, Sao Paulo, Bogota, Miami, Mexico City, Kinshasa, Khartoum, Los Angeles, Buenos Aires, Lagos, Santiago, Delhi, Istanbul, Mumbai, Tehran, Chennai, Riyadh, Baghdad, Moscow, Algiers, Karachi, Cairo, and Kolkata is the last one of those cards. So those are all the cards. That's all that you will get. Everything that you'll get in this box, Pandemic. Again, this is, I'm not going to call it the original version, but it is Pandemic. It says just Pandemic on the front, which is why I call it the original. It doesn't have any additions to it, as you'll find out if I do more unboxings, hopefully in the future. I don't have any more Pandemic games on my shelf. This is my first one. I have played it a couple of times a while back. This is the Z-Man Games version. So thank you for watching. I hope you found that interesting and useful, so that when you go out, you know what's in the box, you know it's worthwhile getting, it's a game for you, that sort of thing, which is why I do these. Please share, subscribe, like, share it with your friends. Maybe get them to have a look what's in the box. Discuss amongst yourselves if you think it's worth getting to play, or just get them to get it. Maybe. I don't know. It's up to you, really. But all I really do say on this channel is just enjoy your gaming. Gaming is fun. Board gaming is fun. And make sure you have fun and your friends have fun that play with you. My name is LeMonde, signing off. Thank you very much for joining me.